Hey guys, Get Level here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a free editing software called Hitfilm Express. Now, I've made videos about video editing before. I made this video about how you can stitch your Twitch clips together to make a little highlight, basically different stages, and in that video it was basically stage one. Just cut everything together, stitch them together, and have a little highlight. I've been meaning to make more videos about the different levels of editing and how you can start from a beginner editing or very simple workflow of editing into something that is crazy and super stylistic. But of course, I get excuses. I hear excuses. I read excuses in the comment section. People are telling me, hey, you know what? I don't have money to pay for Adobe products, or I don't have Adobe Premiere. How do I do this with this editor and this editor? So I decided to download this free video editing software, and if everything works well, I will be making more tutorials on it. But right now, I actually haven't used it ever yet. So this is what we're going to be taking a look at today. So I already have it installed. I'm just going to click Hitfilm Express here, and we're going to open it up. Right, there's a bunch of things that are going to show up. That's completely fine. I'm going to close this and I'm going to click new. Okay, and editor, I'm going to click 1080p 60 FPS. This is how far I've gone so far when it comes to using this. And then you wait a little bit, it's going to open up your canvas and everything. I keep calling it canvas. It's not it's not the same thing with Photoshop. But anyways, so what I look for in a video editor, any video editor, is of course the viewer. That is what my timeline is going to look like, what my actual video looks like when I can play it back. There's the timeline at the bottom here. Top left, you're going to have the trimmer. This is basically the preview of the clips that you import. And at the bottom, you already have media. Media is all the clips where you're going to import the clips. As a matter of fact, we can actually see an import button. Let's go ahead and import some stuff. I have a folder here with Apex Legends. Like I'm literally like, this is not a tutorial. This is me discovering Hitfilms, but I'm already explaining everything. I want to show you how intuitive it is to use any video editing software that's kind of intuitive. This is intuitive. This is my first time actually using this. So this is a bunch of clips from Apex Legends. I tend to use shadow play feature to save stuff. Something that is quite different from Adobe Premiere is that when you click on a media, it immediately shows you the preview. Adobe Premiere would require you to drag and drop it into the trimmer, but it already shows you. This is great. So what I want to do is, cut and edit together a couple of clips and then export them. Because this is the basic workflow. You import clips, you cut them, stitch them together, and then export them. That's like the introduction to Hitfilm Express, I guess. So let's find wherever there's a kill or something like that. So you would scroll here. Usually if I recorded the clip, that means that there's a reason why. Or maybe some stuff happened that I deem was BS. I'm going to press space to see if it's going to play. Of course it does. Okay, cool. Why did I save that? This is also most of the clips. See, I get the reflex of clicking and dragging. So yeah, let's just find some stuff. It's usually towards the end. And then technically here, you should be able to set in and out points. From the trimmer, you should be able to figure out exactly where you want it to start in order to put it in your timeline. And I can see here, set in point, and then that is out point. So you can already use the shortcuts I and O, which is the same with Adobe Premiere and most editing softwares. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to press I on my keyboard now. And as you can see, that little red thing, it only starts at my end point. I'm going to play it. I'm going to press space to pause it, and then I'm going to press O. And now I have my in and out points. Now I'm guessing that I can just click on this and then drag it to my timeline. Let's try that. Oh, look at that. It's on my timeline. Now, if you look at those little orange lines, they tell you which part of the scene, basically, which part of the screen is selected. Now we're in the editor, but if I click on the trimmer, you'll see the orange lines appear here. Okay, so if you want to press play on the editor, make sure you have that selected. Let me press play. Nice. Okay, so far so good. Let's find another clip and do the exact same thing until we have a little montage. Okay, so here I'm gonna put the endpoint because Okay, press O. And the workflow didn't change. There's nothing, so far there's nothing that really changed from me editing in Adobe Premiere to me editing in Hitfilm Express. So, I mean, I know I'm just comparing two editing softwares, but this one is completely free. And Adobe Premiere is not free. So people making excuses like, oh, I can't follow your tutorial because I don't have your software. It depends, it depends. Okay, I have my in and out points. Drag this here. The only difference so far is that I don't have to click and drag to the trimmer. I can just click on the media folder basically. So I want to import more clips. I can just click here, which is cool. I wonder if Control I, the Adobe Premiere shortcut, would work. Let me try. It doesn't. It doesn't work. Figuring out shortcuts is very important, but I don't know what the shortcut is here. But it's fine. There's a button right here. Just gonna import more. And it adds it to the top. Okay. Okay. By default, the in and out points are the beginning of the clip and the ending of the clip, which is normal. So unless you add them, you can just drag the whole clip in. I don't know how to drag a clip in without putting the audio. In Premiere, you have a specific button where you can drag in the clip without the audio or just the audio. It's not here, but we're doing something very simple here. Oh, I'm kind of an idiot. It's right there. Use video, use audio. Okay, everything seems fine. So let's take a look at our timeline so far. This is a bug, by the way. This is not supposed to do this. Okay, this is a pretty mediocre clip, pretty mediocre highlight, but hey, that's fine. We're just trying to figure out this. So we have our one thing here. I want to know how to trim down, and I can see here that there's a slice tool, C, because I feel like some of the clips are a little too long. So I'm just gonna scroll past, and right here, I want to slice. So I have the slicer called the slice tool selected, and I'm gonna click once. As you can see, it splits it in half. I'm gonna go back to the select tool. Yes, selection tool. Click once, and I can either right click and probably delete, cut. And then of course I can either select all of that and move it, or I should be able to select the empty space. And I can't select the empty space. But if I press delete on my keyboard, no, I can't. Okay. So I can just select this and move it. There must be a way to do it to bridge the gap in between the two, but I don't know how to do that yet. That's fine. Let's figure out how to export now. Save as must be the project files. Export. There you go. And it's already in MP4. Okay, cool. Doesn't seem to give me a lot of options. I don't want to save it here though. Just gonna call it first video, and I'm gonna click save. Okay, cool. And there's a render queue here, and it's showing me what's going on. All right. As you can see here, the preset we chose in the beginning is the preset that is going to be exported as. So you want to be careful when exported. I believe you might be able to just add it to the queue and then choose your settings, but I don't know how to do that yet. Nice, and it's done. Apparently here you can just click and it will play it. Oh, it will open up the folder and then you can play it from there. Okay, so there's a watermark. Takes a bunch, top right corner, activate, click on it, and then restart Hitfilm. Okay. Oh, mine is not activated. What? Oh, you need to activate it. Okay, everything is still fine. I just need to activate my license. Okay, basically all you have to do is create an account. I haven't made an account apparently, and then enter your email and password, log in, and you'll be fine. You will not have the watermark. Okay, that confused me for a bit. Nice. And then it's gonna ask you to restart the program, close. Basically, this is a step that you need to take before, so it doesn't come as a surprise. Is it restarting itself, or do I have to? No, I have to, I guess. Then we're gonna open it up again. Okay, nice. It actually tells me my recent project. I can just click on it and it should open it, and then we will be able to load it and render it again. Okay, we're here, file, export. Make sure the editor is selected. Put it. Technically, it should show me what's going on here, so you know there's no watermark. I should have noticed that basically. So now it's actually showing you what it's gonna look like once it's rendered. Okay, now it's done and without a watermark. Okay, fine. Everything seems good. 60 FPS and 1080p. Okay, there's an issue. Why is it? No, it's 2 minutes long. Okay, I need to figure that out. So apparently the whole timeline is 2 minutes long and it exports the whole thing. Also, I just realized there's an export button right here. So if I click on that little thing here, there's export now, into out area contents. Into out, I'm guessing it's the whole timeline because this is all orange. We haven't selected any endpoints or outpoints. And contents might be our 45-second video. Is it 45? Let's see what it does. I'm gonna add it to queue because I don't want it to render. So add to queue contents. And let me check the duration. Yes. Okay, so if you're rendering, you have to put the contents and not the default one. So don't do file export because it puts the whole timeline. Go here and do either export now to immediately export or add to queue and click content. And then here you have the presets. Oh, that's pretty cool. If you want to have default presets when you're exporting immediately, this is where you find it. They already have a couple of things: Facebook, iPad, audio only, MP4, and like 2K YouTube. All right. So those were the basics of Hitfilm. It shows you basically my process when I'm using a new software. Technically, I can already pretty much do everything. Most of the things that I already do in Premiere, I can already do them by using this software for the first time. So it's really not that complicated to switch from a software to another one, unless, you know, editing is really your job, then it's a whole different thing. And I also understand that people edit different things. Right now, I just stitch a couple of clips together and that's it. But let me know if you would like to know more about Hitfilm and the fact that this is completely free. I did not have to pay for anything to get that software and it's working really well. I haven't found any bugs yet. Maybe next video I can go through effects and we can actually edit something that is worth watching. Let me know. The goal of this video was basically to show you the very basics. Fun fact, my Twitch channel trailer, I edited it using this technique pretty much, just cutting down a bunch of clips very tight together and then just exporting it. Nothing fancy, nothing too crazy. And then of course we can go through zoom in, subtitles and all of that. All of that is possible with this software. So let me know if you want to see more. The different levels of editing. Obviously, if you have any comments, leave them in the comment section below. And if you're looking for some dope overlays to make your channel look good, go to gumroad.com/GaelLevel. This is where they're at. I have a bunch of free overlay packs that are complete with banner, profile picture, offline image, avatar, and all of that. And then the rest is just inexpensive. As usual, click the subscribe button, click on that notification bell, but also join the Discord if you have any questions about live streaming and stuff like that. And also, like, if you're joining the Discord to ask questions, I get it, okay? You're trying to learn and there's like 600 of us in there. I understand that, but please, if you join, try to contribute too. I'm not gonna force you to contribute, but it's good to have people that are actually part of this community, not just people who are here as long as it can help them. the streaming community has a huge problem is that everyone is so self-centered and everyone is so focused on fighting for their own stream that they forget that, you know, they forget to be friendly. They forget to be human. They forget to be part of this. Anyways, I'm rambling so much. Stay inside, wash your hands, make me proud, get level out.